Now my mind is blown. No surprise, guess I should have known. Oh, my mind.
Hello little gems and welcome back to my channel. So before we get into this video, just quick to the old spill. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below or how you think that I done in answering these questions. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. So, Louise from Crazy Borgies, the lovely Louise, sent me tagged me in one of her whipping chats. It was a good couple of weeks ago now. I just physically haven't had a chance to do my one yet. But basically, it's where we answer a load of questions and everything. So, yeah, we answer a whole ton of questions regarding, you know, diamond painting and all stuff like that. So that's what we she tagged me in on hers, and so yeah, and she tagged me on it for me to do it. So I will tag Wanda from Wanda's Word Basket. So I will tag her in this video and pass the torch on to her for her to do it one if she feels like she would like to do it herself. It should be quite fun, I think. So yeah, so that is what I'm doing. I'm answering these questions that Louise sent me, and I will send these over to Wanda for her to do. Her to answer questions in a video if she wishes, like if she wants to do it as well. So yeah, right, so obviously I have my list of questions here and everything, so I will get cracking and answer all these questions. There's, I think, roughly there's 25 questions, so all right. So question number 1 is, how many diamond paintings have you completed? I do not know. I could not tell you how many. I've been doing this hobby since 2018. So I've been doing this for quite a while now. So I'm pretty sure since about 2018. So I've been doing this hobby quite a while now. So yeah, there's no way I would know how many diamond paintings I've done. Not in a million years. How many diamond paintings are in your stash? I would say in my stash I have, I think 8 licensed, or I own the license to, etc. Custom pieces, and then there is a few non-licensed that I brought before I found out about the whole licensing thing. And obviously, like I always say, I will never judge where people buy their kits from and everything. It's for not me to dictate to people where they spend their money. Especially like as we're in the cost of living crisis and money isn't cheap and this hobby isn't cheap. So yeah, I've got, I think, 8 licensed, and then I've got a few obviously before I found out about everything. So yeah. And I've had some there sat there for a good couple of years and I just don't know what to do with them. So, yeah. Next question. When did I begin diamond painting? I think roughly in the February 2018, if I remember rightly. I think 2018. I think roughly that February time, 2018, if I remember rightly. I started roughly about that time. And like most people, you order your first kit from Amazon because you want it as soon as possible, and then you and you start finding other places that you can buy them from. So yeah, that is how when I first started diamond painting. If you could only purchase from one diamond painting for the rest of your life, who and why? Oh, that's a good question. One company for the rest of my life. I know most people would say Diamond Art Club. I do like Diamond Art Club. But then I do like Prism because I can get all my customs and everything. So I would personally say Prism diamond painting because I would still be able to get all my customs for the artwork I buy in the artwork auction that the Magic of Time hosts every couple of months. So then I could still get my own kits, my own artwork that I own. Not my artwork, but it's artwork that I've purchased. So I can get that turned into like diamond paintings. So yeah, I would say Prism diamond painting personally, just to be able to so I can carry on with my customs. When diamond painting, what media do you when diamond painting, what is your go-to media to consume? Right, I was saying that like means like what type of things do I like to watch or whatever. I tend to watch quite a bit of YouTube. There's certain like things that I have to watch every single day. For example, I have to watch r/slash on YouTube for the Reddit stories. He's really funny. What else? And then I try to keep up with like all my diamond painting channels. I like to try and watch like Louise and Wanda and some others, you know, but mainly like I try it, but it's so hard to keep up, you know, with all these, you know, there are a lot of diamond painting YouTube channels, and so yeah, it's just a case of trying to keep up with it because it is a heck of a lot of channels out there now. So yeah, normally and Let's Read as well on YouTube because he tells a lot of like scary stories, which is really nice to just, there's no actual video, it's just literally just scary stories. Ooh, what is your favourite category to diamond paint? Oh, that's a good question. I like a lot of things. I really do. I would say I do like some darker themes. I like animals. I do like flowers as well. I like a lot of things. I wish there was more licensed Disney ones available to buy, not just from one company, but I do not like how they're rendering at all, and so I won't bother buying from them. But I do wish there was more companies that can sell Disney, but the rendering from the one company I found, I do not like the sizes they offer. So yeah, I'll just keep waiting for a company to finally be able to sell licensed Disney. But no, animals, and I like most things, to be honest. I'm not a hugest fan of traditional art. I appreciate, you know, all the traditional art, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. You know, I can appreciate the workmanship and all that, like Van Gogh and all that, like his Starry Night. But yeah, I like a lot of different genres, if I'm being honest. Right, what's the artist you have completed most diamond paintings from? That's an easy one for me to answer. I would say the most I have completed from a certain artist would be Cheryl The Magic of Time. I is, like I said before, she hosts artwork auctions for to sell artwork. And yeah, so each time she does that, I I will buy artwork in the artwork auction, and also she very kindly does also gift me artwork every now and then, you know, when like she does something and I say I absolutely love it, and then she'll very sneakily put it in my Google Docs file and she'll say, yeah, it's yours. I was like, yeah, she's very kind. It's very, very nice to me like that. So yeah, I would say The Magic of Time is my favourite. It's the one I do the most of. So yeah. What's your go-to wax to use? I have been using, apart from on this kit, because the stickiness isn't quite there as not normally, but normally I would use this wax from Magpie Diamond Art. This is lemon sherbet, and it smells absolutely amazing. It's a really nice wax and everything, and I have got so many more scents from them. It's really nice wax and everything. So I have got a lot of waxes. So yeah, I've got some more as well. So yeah, definitely my go-to wax is usually Magpie Diamond Art. I'm just not using it on this canvas because the stickiness isn't quite as like pull away as normal. It's a bit more lighter on this canvas, so I'm having to use normal wax on this. What do you do with your finished diamond paintings? Right, I try to gift what I can. My favourite ones will go up on the wall. But I try to gift what I can. For example, if I've done one like of a cat or something, like this one I'm doing is of a cat, I will see if my local rescue would like to auction it off. So I try to give, you know, because we can only have so many diamond paintings on our walls, you know. So I thought to myself, right, I have to start giving some away, or thinking like who could use the next one and bloody blah. So yeah, I've got one I want to give to my local school. I've got others, so yeah, so yes, if I see a kit and think, oh, that'll be so nice for such and such, and I'll gift it to that place. So yeah, that's what I try to do. Right. What's the next one? What do you do if you sense it? What do you like to open your kits right away, or do you prefer to leave them sealed until you're ready to work on them? I have to do that. I have to have a look and check them out straight away. I love looking at them and everything else. Honestly, I really do. I love just opening up the kit and getting and seeing it in all its glory. So yeah, I absolutely love getting a new kit. I love sitting there, opening them up, looking at them, looking through the colours and everything, checking out the toolkit and all stuff like that. I absolutely do love opening kits. As soon as I get them, I have to, you know, and I'll do an unboxing video at the same time, so I get a good old look and everything. So yeah, that's when normally I can resist. Like for example, my husband will say to me, oh, I've got don't go in the cupboard, I've got a Christmas present in there for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he went, oh, you're not interested in what it is? I went, no. I can, you know, leave it. I can, there's no temptation there. But when it comes to a brand new diamond painting kit that's just arrived with the postman or whatever, there's no thingy there whatsoever. So yeah. So yeah, I have to look. Right, what's the next one? What is your current number one unicorn kit that you don't own or want to own one day? Unicorn kit. I don't know really. I don't think I really have a unicorn kit, if I'm being honest. Don't get me wrong, you know, I would love to have the opportunity to buy those princess canvases from Diamond Art Club because they do look gorgeous. But I don't really say that, you know, it's I must have them. Plus, like, it's very hard to get them for normal price now these days, those unicorn kits. And I can't bear the thought of paying over what the cost is for any kit. You know, I know people do and everything. They pay a lot of money for these kits. But I physically, I can't. I just can't, you know. What's next? What kit in your stash are you most looking forward to working on? I would say there's three. I've got three. I've got Crazy Cat Lady Diamond Art Club. I've been holding out on doing her. What else? I've got Yellow Bird from Prism. And I've also got a mystery one that I could instantly tell what it was, but it was a gift from I don't know who. They never told me, so some sneaky out there gifted me it and never told me it was them or nothing. So I still none the wiser who gave it to me. So yeah, that one too, because you know it will be fun to see it come to life because it's black and white. Obviously the print is black and white because it's meant to be a mystery, but it'll be nice to see the colours all come to life as I'm working on it. I prefer colour blocking. I absolutely do prefer colour blocking more than anything else. I don't mind a bit of confetti. It's just like if it's like this whole section was confetti, then I would just I would not enjoy it. My mum, on the other hand, you know, she absolutely loves confetti. But me, I'm not the biggest fan of confetti. So yeah. How do you pick on which project to work on next? I would say I just go for whatever I feel like doing, basically. Yeah, I just do what I feel like doing. That's what I tend to do. I do what I feel like doing and everything else, and my husband is calling me. Well, I think I'm at the right position I was at before. My husband called me, so I had to answer the phone. Right, so where was I? Right, so what do you prefer colour blocks? I've just done that one. What's your favourite? No, I've done how do you pick which project? What's your favourite season holiday to work on? I haven't really. I love working on the Christmas crafts diamond paintings. You know, the diamond art Christmas crafts stuff. Absolutely love doing the Christmas crafts type things. My favourite thing to do is actually not even like a diamond painting theme. It's I love my favourite thing to do is working on leftover projects. Personally, I absolutely do love working on leftover projects. They are my most favourite thing to work on because I have the freedom to do what I want on that kit, on that item I'm doing for leftover projects. So yeah, my favourite thing to do is leftover projects, and then I would say my favourite actual theme to diamond painting to do would be darker themes, things that like ones that tell my story, I would personally say is what I personally like to do. I can relate to. So yeah, that's what I like to do. Do you work on one kit at a time or have multiple whips? I normally work on one at a time. Unless there's a specific event starting that I want to take part in, then I will put to aside the kit I'm working on. And for example, I do like to do Diamond Art Studios event, so I will take part in that. What else? Do you prefer to work on neutral, dark or colourful? I would say it depends on how my mood is at the time when I'm going to pick the next one. I will go for whatever takes my fancy. Yeah, so I would just pick whatever I feel like I want to do next. So yeah, because I've got some really colourful ones and not so colourful ones. So yeah, it just depends how I feel at the time. Do I prefer snack size or large size diamond paint? I prefer larger kits. The one I'm working on right now is 70 by 70. Just purely because of the details. I prefer the details you get with larger kits than on a smaller kit. So yeah, I do prefer to get larger kits, just purely because the details always so much better than the smaller kits, unless it is something you can definitely get away with on a smaller size. So yeah. Do you use tweezers or a pen? I normally use a pen all the time. I've always used my multi-placers, so I've got a 7 and a 4 on this one, and on this one I've got my single tip and another 4 tip. I don't always use the metal one. I've tried filing it down, tried shaping it up and everything to get it right, but it's still not quite right. And then I've got another one there, different sizes. So yeah, I'm good with pens. I use all different types of tips, and occasionally I will use tweezers if I feel like it. If I feel like changing it up for 10 minutes, I'll go to use a pair of tweezers, but I tend to just stick with my pens. Squares or rounds? I do prefer squares. I love how the details are with the squares, that is, you get a sharper finish to them. Yeah, I do prefer that you get a sharper result with square kits than round kits. I do wish you can also, I've seen Diamond Art Club once do the optional square or round in a kit. So personally, I would love them to do that a lot more, because everything I would choose would be in squares. But yeah, if I have the choice, I would always lean towards squares. But then I use more rounds for my spare projects because they tend to fit better for what I'm doing. So yeah, it depends. It depends on what I'm doing. So yeah, so without other people sending me their spares, then I would be very stuck. So yeah. What's your favourite method for placing AB drills? I tend to just try to very gently pick them up personally, because I have heard a lot of people say that they do lose some of the AB coating. But I haven't tried it yet, but I have heard people say, get yourself a little pot of water, And you just dip your pen in the water to pick up your ABs, and that stops the AB coating from coming off. So I'm going to give that a go at some point. Next one. What is your preferred method for section off a canvas? I'd normally just, I tried using release paper on my previous kit I was working on, and I just did not like it. So I tend to just use my washi tape and section off, but it's hard finding a washi tape that will stick to the plastic as well. So I quite often find that you use a washi tape and it doesn't always stick very well, and it starts peeling off and all stuff like that. So yeah, again, it's trial and error finding a washi tape that will stick, basically. Do I have any other craft hobbies? I do occasionally like to make DIY dolls houses. I don't make them that often. Again, they are quite expensive to buy, but they are really fun to do. I've got one sat there for me that my sister got me a couple of Christmases ago. I just haven't had a chance to do it, because obviously I have diamond painting, and I would also do the YouTube, and you'll be surprised how much time YouTube does take up when you're making YouTube videos, you know, because there's all the editing and stuff like that. We don't just record and then chuck it on YouTube. We have to try and edit, input music and stuff like that, and add logos and all different bits and pieces, really. You got to put it together and like stuff like that. So yeah, it does do, making YouTube videos does take up a lot of time, so I don't get as much time as I would like to. Who do you tag in this video? I will tag what I've said at the beginning. I'm going to tag Wanda from Wanda's Work Basket. I'll send her an email over and say I tagged you in the video to do questions, and send her the questions and that. Wanda's absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely, honestly. She's such a lovely lady. Full of really useful ideas and stuff like that. But yeah, she's a really lovely lady. I recently did her first event that her and Zara hosted, and that was really fun. Really fun. Really laid back. My type of event. It was super easy, super relaxed. So yeah, that was definitely my kind of event. It really was. So yeah. Bonus question: if you still have it, would you show the very first diamond painting you completed? I'm not sure if I still have it, but I'm pretty sure I still have a photo. So I will input that here now on the screen for you. And yeah, that I'm pretty sure it was of a lion. I think tiger. Tiger? Yeah, tiger's face. Well, back in the day on you know, when I first started, there wasn't many kits on Amazon. Honestly, there wasn't many kits at all. There was only a handful to choose from. Now, when you go on Amazon, there's a lot to choose from, you know. And like when I first started, there was no diamond painting crafts at all, you know. That slowly developed as time's gone by. When I first started as well, I don't think I remember anyone having any fancy pens. We all had the plastic pens. So yeah, diamond painting has evolved so much since I first started. in 5 years. Like, literally, we had no crafts whatsoever. I think the first craft I ever saw come out was a pencil case. It was a hard plastic pencil case. Was the very first one, type 1, to come out. And yeah, we didn't have many at all. And since then, over the years, I've seen some really cool things. You know, I've done some really cool things. I did a Christmas tree skirt. I've done the teddy bears that have come out and all stuff. So many different things now these days that they've released for the craft side of diamond painting and stuff. So yeah, I do love to do, and like the most recent one to go really big is the coasters. And I did do a coaster before, back in like when the first type of coasters come out a good couple of years ago. But since then they redesigned, someone must have redesigned them and everything to go from like a ceramic to a plastic and everything, which is a lot better because, you know, they're a lot more hardy than the ceramic ones. So yeah, that is, yeah, so it's just crazy how much they've changed over the years, you know, and like everything, you know. So yeah, that is it. I think that is it. I've answered all the questions, all 25. Yeah, I think pretty sure I've answered all 25 questions. And that is it. So yeah, I don't know how long this video is going to be. So yeah, so that is it for this video. Hope I answered all these questions. I will tag Wanda's channel, Wanda's Work Basket, and get her to answer, take part, do the questions if she wants to, or is it's up to her. Yeah, that's about it really. So that is it for this video. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Bye everyone.